Officer Dave, would you open the courtroom for me, please?
The state of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Court is now in session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Apologies to all. We had technical difficulties. Had to call in IT guys to get this thing running today. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. $22,180. 988.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Somewhat frustrated. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I'm sorry you're feeling frustrated.
My IT people apparently did some adjusting to the Polycom system over the weekend, and it hasn't worked properly since then. So today, for the third time in 2 weeks, I had to call IT to get the thing running.
Yeah, that does sound
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was working fine, right? So if it ain't fixed, don't broke, but you leave it alone. But
I hear you.
they have to justify their position, you know.
well, Polycom is a state thing, so the state tells them to make adjustments, they gotta make adjustments.
You know.
Okay, guys, sorry to waste your time. Let me call your case for you. This is 22-187-988, Lativia Hereford versus the Liberty Surplus Insurance Company. Gentlemen, your appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Doug Haraskevich, P81458 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Matt Super P82541 on behalf of the defendant.
Okay, have we gotten our IME, the psychiatric IME done?
No, Your Honor. My client missed it. She notified me the morning of that she was ill and she wasn't able to make it. So I have offered to stipulate to an order compelling her to appear for another one. I believe they are in the process of putting together such a stipulated order for my approval.
That's
There
correct.
are other issues as well. The attorney who was handling this case previously didn't do a great job. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but working this file up, he never requested a claim file, so there's really no possibility of me trying to settle the case without a claim file. So I've requested that. They're going to be getting that over to me shortly, and we'll move on from there.
That is correct.
Gentlemen, let's do this. I'm going to get you a March 16th, 10 o'clock return date. And let me get that stipulated order. The order should provide the date, time, and place for the IME, not merely that she submit to one.
Okay.
So we don't have any more drama.
Okay.
Court order will say she will appear at such and such a date, such and such a time, such and such a place in front of Dr. Freddie for whatever. So we don't have any failures to communicate. In the meantime, you're going to be getting that claim file because obviously you're entitled to that. So let's just see if we can't do a little bit better than my IT people are doing. We'll try this again. We'll see you guys again March 16, 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And do you enter an order for that, Your Honor?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because
Okay.
if she doesn't show up again, I'm going to consider dismissing the case with prejudice. I mean, we had more than one failure on this, her appearing on IMEs. Her
For this psych IME, I believe this is the second psych IME.
yeah. But there was another one I thought an earlier IME where she had another problem as well. But maybe I'm confusing with another file. In any event, let's get this one done. Let's get this thing back on track. Okay, now one more thing. Mr. Harris-Skivers, you are still inside of my subject matter jurisdiction.
Correct.
Okay,
There is a chance that once I get a claim file and put together the claims, we might not be.
okay, that's always my concern, because just a couple of days ago, I had a $13,000 claim that somehow became a $33,000 claim overnight.
Yeah. I just received a bill from a provider that was just over $20,000. I think
So-
that almost puts us over because I know we have a household service claim and a lien. I'm thinking that put this over, so
I think we're kind of there, to be honest with you, because your household service claim was at 4,480, and then the lien's $1,500 plus the $20,000 bill puts us right
Yep.
around
so we're
25.
out.
We're over 25.
We'll submit a stipulated order. To
Okay, so what we're gonna do then is you're not gonna submit me anything other than a stipulated order transfer.
Okay.
Because now
And,
we're over the subject matter jurisdiction, and you guys can fight in the psych in the about the psych IME over on the circuit court.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I'm not gonna give you another date. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in my calendar for a 7-day. If I don't have in 7 days a stipulated order transferring the case, I will dismiss the matter without prejudice for lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
Okay, Your Honor, can I submit that without consent from the other side?
He's gonna consent.
Okay,
Yep,
I
I'll
just want
do-
to make sure. Sometimes emails get lost, 7 days goes by, and the only
Well-
person prejudiced is my client.
We'll get that taken care of today.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
send over a proposed one.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Send to me and Allison. That way one of us will respond to you today.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you, Your Honor.
problem.
Thank you both.
Hey, you
And
too.
again, thank you for your patience. We're off the record. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't have Miss Soto. I have video. Miss Soto, can you hear me?
Is she on our case? She's not familiar to me.
She's not familiar to me too, either. I'm trying to see who she is. Miss Soto? I don't have sound for her. Let me put her in the waiting room and try bringing her back. Is Thornblatt on your case?
I'd say she is not. We have attorney is Kasim Hyder.
Yeah, I don't have him. I have Grant. Let me try Thornblatt, see what he's here for.
Okay.
At least I recognize him as an attorney. He's still connecting the audio. Nope.
No,
Let's see if we can get him here. Nope. He appears to be in a moving vehicle.
over reliance on cell phones.
He needs to pull over.
Looks like he's a passenger, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not, he's on the passenger side, but the vehicle needs to be stationary because he's having trouble with the signal.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get him. Now, I guess he disappeared.
Give up.
Maybe he'll. Well, I'm gonna move on. Let's call your case and we'll figure out what's going on.
Very good.
We are on the record with file number 22-189-534. Caris Corporation versus City of Detroit. Date and time for pretrial, matter scheduled at 10 o'clock. Could I have your appearance?
Your Honor, Joel Ashton appearing for defendant, City of Detroit, P number 47039.
Mr. Ashton, do we have our city council approval on the settlement yet?
We do. We have an approval. I have sent over a release to plaintiff attorney, and we're getting ready to wrap this up.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just put a March 16th date out there just so that I will have some control on the matter. But I don't expect to have to see you on that date. Hopefully the closing documents will be in by then. But you know what? I'll do it another way. I'll accept your representation as an officer of the court that we have a settled case with city council approval, and I'll just dismiss the matter without prejudice.
Very good.
So
Thank
give me
you.
your closing documents.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about the wait. We have
That's all right.
IT problems. Be safe.
Modern Road. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Gentlemen, I apologize for our late start. We are having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Last weekend, the state decided to adjust the Polycom system. And of course, it's been acting up statewide ever since then. What a great idea that was.
Perfect.
This is file number 22-191-505, Debt Holdings LLC versus Kelsey Balling. Date and time for a motion for summary disposition. Your respective appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Cox, P69346, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Grant Munson, P71994 for defendant.
Okay, my first question before we go any further is why am I involved in a property dispute concerning a rental in Hamtramck?
Well, Judge, the defendant resides within the city of Detroit now.
Well, the property that's at issue here is in Hamtramck, correct? And this- And this is where what? This case should have been brought in Hamtramck.
Judge, I don't have the statute in front of me, but I disagree. I think that the statutes with respect to venue very clearly say that in a breach of contract action, venue properly lies in the location where the defendant resides. So this isn't like a tort claim where we're talking about the actions and events giving rise to the cause, which I think would be, wherever it took place.
Okay, well, in any event, gentlemen, Mr. Munson's response was filed with the court 2 days ago. And we didn't have it until this morning, and I had to have my court clerk call his office to send it. For whatever reason, it was not sent up to me. I'm not in a position to hear an argument on a case where I really have had a chance to read only one side of the pleadings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn you 1 week to February 23rd. Does that work for everybody? It'll be at 10 o'clock like today.
Your Honor, I am extremely overbooked that morning. I could.
All right.
I apologize.
No, this is on me. My people didn't get it up to me despite the claim to the contrary. Let's see here.
Just because it's a summary disposition motion, just for the record, I do want to say, I filed it 7 days ago, and I understand it may have taken time to get processed, and but I just want to make that clear on the record.
Judge, and I will acknowledge, I'm pretty confident I received the defendant's response timely, and I certainly.
Everybody else did with me. Everybody did with me. How about we're closed on Monday? Is Tuesday the 21st bad?
No, that's okay for me.
Mr. Cox, at 10 o'clock?
Judge, I can make it work.
All right, then I'm going to adjourn this motion for summary disposition to Tuesday, February 21st at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I will send you gentlemen an order out, and that way I'll be in a position to have actually read everything rather than really skimmed it. Because I don't like to make rulings without having actually read the materials completely. It's February 21st at 10 o'clock. We'll hear the motion for summary disposition on behalf of the plaintiff. Is there anything else we can do today?
Nope, nothing for me, Your Honor.
Nothing for me. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. And again, I apologize. We're not having a good day. Hopefully, we can get things back on track.
Hopefully it's better, Judge.
All right, let's be safe out here.
All right,
You
good to see you,
too. Take
Grant.
care.
Thanks,
Good to-
guys. Hello?
Hola,
Yes, now I have you. What is your name, ma'am?
Delia Soto.
Ms. Soto, why are you here?
I don't speak English.
Why are you in my, do you have a case here in the 36th District Court?
Yes,
You're not on my calendar today. What, do you have a case number?
not have right now.
Why are you here, ma'am?
It's for the court today.
Ma'am, you do not have a court here with me today. Do you have it with someone else?
I don't know.
Ma'am, do you have the piece of paper with the notice of the hearing with you?
I think so.
Okay, look on that paper, and in the upper right-hand corner, there should be a number. Tell me what that number is.
I don't know. Let me see the picture.
Look in the upper right-hand corner for the number.
Um, I don't know what is the number, the court.
Ms. Soto,
Yes,
you're all set. A consent judgment was entered on this case on February 2nd. That consent judgment canceled today. You're all set. Just go forward with the terms and pay as according to your consent judgment. We're all set with the court. Thank you, ma'am.
okay, so sorry.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Hello?
Yes, hi, hello,
Who is this?
Elisa Botchway.
Ma'am, you're not due till 11 o'clock. You want to stay in the waiting room or you want to come back?
I'll stay in the waiting room.
Okay, I'll put you back. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Ashton.
Morning.
All right. Mr. Gauguin, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is 22-201-135. Innova Diagnostics LLC versus City of Detroit. Date and time for what appears to be our first pretrial on this PIP case. Your respective appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Gozer for the plaintiff, P number 79070.
Joel Ashton appearing for defendant City of Detroit, P number 47039.
All right. First of all, have we done the 2.302A disclosures?
Yes, Your Honor.
We have, Your Honor.
Okay, now, how much is in controversy here?
We have a total of 6,928, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're comfortably within my $25,000. The reason I ask is I just had a case this morning that we thought was mine and turns out now it's not mine. So there's no chance hopefully going over 25,000 from 6,000.
No, Your Honor.
So what are we arguing about here? This little tiny bit of money. Let's get this file killed.
Right. Your Honor, we have talked, we've actually scheduled a facilitation for March 16. This one is relatively small, but Mr. Thornton, who's the passenger, has been the source of multiple other provider suits. So there are some issues floating around, but I'm hopeful that Mark and I can figure it out.
All right, you have a March 16th facilitation date?
Correct.
Then I'll see you gentlemen March 23rd at 11 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Work
Thank
for
you.
everybody?
Works for us, Your Honor.
March 23rd, 11 o'clock, gentlemen. Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank
Appreciate
you.
you
Thank
coming.
you.
Be safe.
You too.
Have a great day. Mr. Holmes,
Yes, Judge.
what are you doing?
I am currently at Beaumont Hospital, Judge. I've been here
Right.
since Saturday.
I see you in the hospital.
Yes, sir.
You could have let us know. We could have just adjourned this.
Honestly, Judge, this popped up on my phone 10 minutes ago, so I apologize. I didn't want there to be any issue. And I just wanted to request an adjournment.
Okay, as soon as I get her on here, we can do that. Yeah, you could have let me know. We could have avoided this.
I apologize again, Judge. I
Okay, it's
apologize.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna call the case. This is file number 22-243-350. Elisa Botchway versus Livernois Oral Express. This is the date and time set for our third pretrial. Could I have your appearance?
Michael Holmes, Your Honor, on behalf of the defendant.
What's your P number, Mr. Holmes?
P46095, Your Honor.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Elisa Botchway.
All right. Mr. Holmes is appearing literally from a hospital bed. So obviously we're not going to continue with this pretrial. I'm going to adjourn this matter. The next day will be March 16th at 11 o'clock. I will send out a notice to both of you. Mr. Holmes, get well.
Thank you very much, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Saloon? Ms. Davis?
Hi, good morning.
We are on the record calling file 22-190-250. Discover Bank versus Tavera Hards. It's the date and time for a motion for summary disposition filed on behalf of Discover Bank. Appearances.
Yes, Your Honor, for the record, William Saloon, P41487, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
And your name, ma'am?
Tavira Davis.
All right. I have your response to the motion. And the response, did you get this, Mr. Saloon?
I don't think we got the response, but I know Ms. Davis contacted our office and I think did she want another date or I'm not sure.
Ms. Davis?
Yeah, so I contacted the office because I wanted to submit the answer. So I submitted the answer. I emailed it over to Jason Sims, February the 10th. So he received it.
Okay.
And then also because I met with a lawyer yesterday to retain a lawyer. I knew that was coming up. So I was trying to schedule another court date. But when they sent the paperwork over, I know I had to have 2 dates on there and I could never get in contact with anyone for 2 dates.
Your Honor, I don't have a problem picking a date if defendant wants to come back with an attorney.
Have you retained this attorney?
No, I have not retained as of yet because he asked me to submit some additional documents before I retain.
All right, then what I will do is I will adjourn this motion to March 16th at 11 o'clock. There will be no further adjournments.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll send you out a notice. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day, both parties, Ms. Davis and Your Honor.
Retain the lawyer, ma'am. Have him file the appearance. The appearance is a document by which the attorney says he or she is in the case. March 16th at 11 o'clock. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
both for coming
Thank
in.
you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
All right, let's try this, gentlemen. This is case 22-192-503. Auto Owners Insurance Company versus Rescue Unit Towing, Drake's Collision. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jared and Jessica on behalf of the plaintiff.
Bar number.
P77599.
Morning, Your Honor. Steve Haney appearing on behalf of Drake's Collision, bar number P63947.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Kurt Thornblade. I'm appearing on behalf of Defendant Rescue Unit Towing, Inc. My bar number is P25858, P25858.
Mr. Thornblad, you were going to be unsuccessful in a moving car logging in on the phone most of the time. Next time, if you want to try it from a car, be stationary. Okay, guys, I have enough motions here to reforest a tree here. I have a motion by rescue unit for summary disposition and to stay discovery pending resolution. I have a motion to compel discovery responses and allow a deposition. Before we go any further, before we start spending any money, have you guys talked about resolution?
We have, Your Honor, but we couldn't resolve it, so I was supposed to get the benefit of an extension of the period for answering discovery. When that fell apart, Mr. Andrzejewski immediately filed a motion to compel me to answer the written discovery, which I did do within about 21 days.
Okay, for my enlightenment, what is the amount of the claim?
It is $8,336.70.
Your Honor, the claim against my client is in the neighborhood of a little less than $2,000.
Is that correct, counsel?
Your Honor, I would disagree with that. That's the total amount of the towing bill, specifically for rescue unit. We're asking for additional attorney fees and treble damages, but that is the base of the bill.
All right, let's assume for purposes of our discussion that this idiot in the robe is not going to give you attorney fees in the absence of some statute or having gone to case evaluation. Let's assume that to be the case. Let us assume further that this idiot in the robe is going to be very hard pressed to order treble damages. Assuming those two things to be true, and I'm not ruling, because who knows how I'm going to feel on that day. I might feel generous. I might feel very, very confident. I might be very vindictive. I don't know how I'm going to feel. But it seems to me that the three of you are killing more trees and burning more attorney time than we have at issue here. This is, after all, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is not a dispute about curing cancer or feeding hungry children. Is that right?
That's
This is a
correct, Judge.
business dispute. Oh my goodness. A business dispute among lawyers. How do we resolve business disputes among lawyers? Anybody got an idea? How about we talk with each other and reason together? So before I go further and start calendaring motions for more time, calendaring motions for summary disposition, people start killing more trees to file responses to motions, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna put you guys into a chat room for a couple of minutes and let you kill this fire.
Your Honor, may I add one thing, Your Honor?
Sir.
Yes, we have, myself and Jared, we have probably 10 other cases. We're working on a global resolution to those matters that are in other courtrooms, including this case. I would note to the court that we're in the process of resolving those cases and very likely this one as well. I can't speak to his issues with the towing company.
Okay, I'll put
just
you
want
guys
that
in the
note.
chat room and then get you guys chart. You know, we are saving tremendous amounts of lawyer time by being able to do things remotely. But there's some things that you just can't do remotely. It's very hard to grab everybody by the ear and bang heads together remotely. Much easier in person. And one of the things that I have learned over time is that one of the ways when you seem to have a situation where you got a log jam and you can't really get it broken. I took a lesson from a circuit court judge, now retired, John Hausner. You guys remember Judge Hausner?
I do.
Settlement conferences, Fridays at 4:00. Amazing. Absolutely amazing how the combination of physical presence and the timing got cases resolved. It's amazing. So in any event, I don't have a tent like he did. I don't make my own clothes like he did. But I think that that was a useful settlement tool, which is not the only settlement tool, but one of the tools we always have, obviously, in our back pocket. So for now, I'm going to put you gentlemen in the chat room and see if we can't make some progress on killing this fire.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're back, Your Honor.
Okay. And I take it, I'm missing Mr. Thornblad.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find him in my. Here he goes. Oh, here he comes. Okay, we're back. We're back on file 22-192-503, auto owners insurance versus rescue unit towing and Drake's collision. Gentlemen, were we able to resolve our problem?
We were not, Your Honor, unfortunately. We've made some progress as far as, Drake's. We'd said we have a number that I can take to my client that's getting closer to what they want to resolve it.
And what's happening with you and Mr. Haney and your global resolution?
He
Your
sent me
Honor-
a, oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We have a objective difference in what's a reasonable fee for certain items like storage, admin, things
Sure.
like that.
But-
There's not a problem resolving this. It's a matter of both sides finding a middle ground that they can live with. I
Yeah,
think we're getting there.
Everybody hold your nose and fight another day.
Yeah.
What I would like to do, since you have a number in regard to Drake's, is before we start calendaring motions for summary disposition, getting responses to motions, killing more trees for other discovery motions. I'm going to give you guys another 30 days to see if we can kill this file or at least narrow down our differences. You've got, you say, Mr. Haney, about 10 more of these things going on?
Yeah, we've resolved a couple. We'll get there on this one, Your Honor. 30 days will give us more enough time.
Okay, let's see.
Our issues are different than Mr. Thornblatt's.
Yeah, I understand. Let's see you March 16th at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your
That work
time.
for everybody? Now, if we
Yes, sir.
can't get it settled, then we got to start killing trees, written responses to motions and all that kind of stuff,
We don't want to do that.
I've always been a member of the less is more when it comes to paper, but maybe you guys own stock in paper companies. I don't know.
I wish. I
March
wish.
16th at 11 o'clock, guys. Let's
Thank you,
keep
Your Honor.
working
You
on
have a good day.
resolution. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Off the record.
Thank you.
Let's be safe out here.
You as
Take
well.
care.
Bye-bye. That's gonna